Hello, it is Jacinta Mpali Nkana. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Welcome. Now, before we get started today's discussion, I argue you to subscribe to my channel because you can, number one, and number two, because you will be the first to know when I upload inspirational, uplifting, counseling, or spiritual coaching, transformational coaching videos and audios. I know you can benefit from what I have to share. Now, today's discussion is based on the question: do you believe that your beliefs are true? Do you believe that you're living life on your terms? Do you believe you're free? And this is based on two premises. Premise number one: we might think that we are free because we base our decisions and our actions on our authentic selves. And that authentic self we think is us might still be corrupted and manipulated by earlier programming. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you might think you're free, but you're actually only free to express yourself based on background, on programming that was predetermined for you. And you're free to express yourself to the extent of that programming. The other end of the spectrum is being absolutely free to create your own beliefs, create your own reality, and create your own perceptions, which is actually reality, based on your own self-analysis and determination of what is right and what is not right for you. Now, this kind of freedom is hard to achieve because, first of all, that means you're going to be falling out of the crowd. And when you fall out of the crowd, when you're no longer following the crowd, you're going to be lonely, you're going to be isolated, rejected. Even your own family members might spit you out of their circles because they will no longer understand who you are, because you're speaking from a different paradigm. You are discussing and analyzing and perceiving things based on your own precepts. And even then, you will discover that you still have to consider prior information and prior programming and beliefs upon which you will determine how to create your own new stories and paradigm, which will determine your reality and how you're living your life. Okay, so the second concept to this is sometimes you might actually have gotten to a point in your life where you're so sick and tired of living other people's stories and basing your life on predetermined beliefs from your society, family, or other programming. And you might say, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm going to go ahead and examine, accept everything, be open to everything, be attached to nothing, so that I can question my reality. So then you start questioning the way you make decisions. You start questioning and examining your thought processes. You start questioning why you make certain decisions, how you make them, and what triggers you to make those decisions. You start questioning how and when you take action and what type of actions you take. This is a great place to be. It keeps you busy, entertained, and it keeps you focused on the present moment. Because once you are traveling backward in the past or the future, then you're going to miss out on how you are making a decision or what exactly you're thinking. Now, there is more to this because we are not just mind and body. We are also spirit. And this is when a complication starts to prevail. The spiritual realm of our being is very, very complicated because literally it's based on our roots, our lineage, the spiritual background and connections and contracts that our ancestors have made in the past and passed on to us through our DNA and maybe even through programming. And sometimes the spiritual realm of our ancestors might be corrupted. There might be karma codes and other beliefs that could subconsciously or implicitly continuously sabotage our progress, because this is spiritual. The spiritual realm is extremely complicated, and non-spiritual processes and tools cannot resolve spiritual conflicts. spiritual conflicts can only be resolved by spiritual rituals and activities or tools that cannot connect to your spirit. But the good news is there are thousands and thousands of spiritual tools and strategies that will help you liberate your spirit, so that even if you're free to determine your mind patterns and the beliefs you hold dear to your heart and how you live your life, you can then do that. Just be that. Just live life on your terms. It's impossible to live life on your terms, even if your mind is free, if your spirit is still jailed, if your spirit is still imprisoned. And I think that's where sometimes we all fail to accept the fact that, I am not progressing in life, I'm still stuck, things are not working out for me because my spirit is still conflicted. That's where we fail, because we are consistently separating our spiritual part from ourselves, sometimes thinking that it's religion or woo or voodoo or whatever that is. But trust me, a spirit is part of who you are. Now, one thing I know is that the number one tool and strategy that is going to help you liberate your spirit is meditation. Meditation is a powerful process and practice that will help you get in touch with your secret self, and you will find answers that you could be seeking for in the silence. Your secret self will guide you to the root causes of where your problem is, is rooted. Your secret self, the voice you will meet when you meditate, when you make your mind quieten your mind. That secret self, that voice of guidance within you, will lead you and help you be clear about the actions you have to take in order to free your life. And it might take longer than usual, but if you are persistent and consistent in your meditative practices, you will not only achieve the answers you need to liberate your life, but you will also be free of stress, because meditation has a way of balancing you and helping you let go of the baggage in your mind and refreshing your thought processes. So I encourage you to begin to meditate, and meditation will lead you to the right strategies and tools you need to liberate your life. So going back to the question, are you free to be what you want to be? The answer is yes, you're free to be what you want to be if you do the work. If firstly you examine your thought processes, if you examine if the beliefs you believe are your own, if they're really true, and then go beyond to also meditate and find out what your spirit is telling you. Is your spirit free to express? Are there conflicts in your spiritual realm? Are your roots clear? Do you have codes and contracts that are limiting your full expression? If you can sit down and ask yourself these questions in meditation or in contemplation, you will surely be free to live life on your terms. Now, if you're looking for a spiritual healer or someone who is going to help you ponder these questions and get to the roots of these very important issues that will determine your well-being, then I encourage you to send me an email. The links are here below. And as a spiritual counselor and transformational coach, I will help you identify what's holding you back. Also, if you're looking for a spiritual healer, I am the woman for you. So hit me up. Either way, if you're not looking for any of those solutions, then I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, where you'll find a lot of free resources that will help you start pondering on the way your life is running, and also help you upgrade your life so that you can start living it on your terms. Now, in the interim, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. Thank you for listening, and I'm sending you God's love and light.